Hi folks, and welcome back to some more Hearts of Iron 4 as we continue our no DLC German historical playthrough. Aimed of course at new players as I try and explain a few things as I go ahead. So if you've got any questions, make sure you ask them in the comments. There's also some incredibly well-educated people when it comes to Hearts of Iron 4 watching these videos. So do take advice from the other commenters. There's some great advice, things that I miss, and some things that I don't know. Because as we've discovered from chatting to each other, you can play this game for hundreds of hours and still discover something brand new. So anyway, one of the questions was about supply and how do I tell when one of my units are out of supply. If you click on them, like we've got our tanks here in Spain, we can see this little supply icon over one of the divisions here. Now it's orange, which means it's not too serious. Supply, if we click on that one, that'll show us blue is good. That blue regions are excellent. That shows us where we've got great supply. That's absolutely fine. If it was red or orange, it means supply is not flowing to that area too well. However, blue is good. This little orange symbol isn't so bad. It's when it goes red. Typically when you've gone advancing behind enemy lines, or maybe when your railroad just isn't up to the job of bringing supplies to the front. And that's bad, because if you mouse over it, it'll give you an idea. Supply status, how much they've got stored. It can indicate great problems, and you don't want to be fighting out of supply. It's horrific. I see there's something for Rommel. Is it just his guerrilla fighter? It is. That's fine. We shall leave that for now. Yeah, so let's jump in. Another thing you can do to increase supply, by the way, if you tick this on here, or run through it, we can go from horse-drawn supplies. Okay, they're not literally horse-drawn. It just means low priority on the supply network up here in logistics. We can go to medium or we can go to full, and that should help them draw supply, but it will use more trucks and trains. Just be aware of that. All right, let's jump in as we're getting sorted out. I think we want to just go... We just want to go charging in here. Let's see. Just get into the fight. Get them thrown in. We have some more units coming online. Excellent. Some fresh forces. We need forces on this front. We need forces on this front. Okay, let's start forming an army. We'll pop them into this group here. Let's find a general. Someone, you'll do, I think. A harsh leader, Fedor von Bock. He's really good in the attack. There's a cavalry army. We may use cavalry. They do have their uses. A commando. Oh, he'll be good for paratroopers and marines, which we'll probably use. I'm going to put von Kukler in. Germany has a really good selection of commanders, which we can use. You see there's plenty more coming in there. That's some... Oh, is that infantry? We've got an infantry squad in there. Right, let's put them in there. And just get those guys training up for now. You've got two in there. What am I doing with all these infantry? There's so much. Never mind. We'll need all the forces anyway at the end. And let's make sure... Yeah, we've got plenty coming on, so that's okay. We don't need to keep too close an eye on that, so let's go back to our Spanish Civil War and make sure everything is going off nicely here. It does seem to be. Oh, we've got some really good troops. Now, if you level them up and get them to be veteran, they get like a huge modifier in combat, which is excellent. Here, we're attacking into the mountains against mountaineers, which is going to be tricky. But what we want to try and do is quickly move through this. And we want to cut this force off here. I don't want to... There we go. So we've seen right here, they've advanced into a pretty... That's resistance, beg your pardon. Unforgiving area there. And it's partly because they're not on the rail route and there's no real supply lines coming to that. So that is going to indicate a bit of a problem if we leave them like that. However, the objective is not to leave them like that. So let's make sure we can try and get in there with some help from our Spanish allies. And we're going to knock out the port, which is the objective. And it looks like we're doing this quite comfortably. So, you know what? I'm going to bring them in. I don't want them to be isolated up there. And we're going to try and hammer the port here. If we can. We've got those little shell icons, means we've got naval support on there, which is excellent. So a friendly navy off here helping us out. It's fun playing as Germany. I noticed we've got some military factories now. Okay, so we have some aircraft. This is something that we can actually do. And we want, as Germany, is a big old air force. Don't worry about these. We've got a big order for infantry divisions. So let's start building up the... I'm happy to do that. Lots of ground attack, lots of fighters, lots of tactical bombers. Tactical bombers will be kind of useful to us. We've got all things going on there. That's fine. That's fine. We've got time to build everything that we want. Right, knock out Valencia. These guys will have no supply anymore. And we can bag these quite... Oh, we're going to bag them quite nicely. Let's make sure we are in on the attack on this one. Most experience we can possibly get would be excellent. Look at this. This is superb. So from there... Hang on, let's get it where it's quiet. Now we can go into our land doctrine, because we've got the green is for land doctrine, blue for navy, red for air. We can go in here. We've got a discount here. We're going to stick with mobile warfare. It fits with the German stuff very, very nicely. We've got a 50% discount on this. We may as well take it. So all infantry and motorized mech gets plus 15 organization. That's great. It doesn't directly help our tanks. Oh, we could get the next one too. We've got a bonus on that one. That does help tanks as well. So we're going to take that one straight away. So we've spent it all. You do need these to modify your division templates, which we will, in here, which we're going to mess around with in a little bit. But for now, I think we can get away. We're going to spend that. And when we come to kick off a war properly, having more advanced doctrine than your enemies, that really helps. So the experience that Germany built up, certainly with its air force fighting in here, really helped it in the early stages of the war until the Allies, Britain, and, well, sadly, France got knocked out too quickly. Britain slowly learned from the Germans what they should be doing in combat, especially in aerial warfare. They took some hard lessons from Germany for that. But yes, just having that experience really, really helps. Gets you off to a good start. We've got fresh troops coming on. That's okay. We'll sort out all those in a moment. I'm going to try and cross this river. And the reason being, it's not great going across a river. Hermann Goering works. Okay, so, just a minute. Just a minute. Let me just... Peace and quiet. I should turn the volume down a little bit, but when you kind of zoomed out moving around, it just... That's the right level. It's when you get zoomed in, it gets kind of loud. Right then, so, national focus. That one gave us civilian factories, which is good. I want to get the Anschluss. I think I've got... Yes, I've got enough men in the field for this now. So 70 days. And basically... let's have a look. I think this is fine just to do. I'm pretty sure it's automatic in the case of this. Let's see what Germany thinks of us. They don't like us. I will improve relations. For a mere cost... I don't think this matters. What might matter is having a force on the border, so... Because that can make a difference. If I pick this guy, we can put them wherever they want to be afterwards. I'm just going to put that on there. Just make sure if I hold down control and click, it assigns all those divisions. The reason being, we've got 2 front lines. That's kind of messed it up. I should have deleted the first one, but that's okay. So they're going to railroad over. They're going to be on the border. I have seen other content creators give them attack orders across Austria. I don't think that matters. I just know that having troops on the border can influence diplomacy to some extent. Right, hang on. We should have some tanks in here. And we are running out. Let's... Oh, they're there? They're just there. Right, hang on. Let's pile in. We're doing great over there. We're getting some good air experience as well. But the ground experience is awesome. I don't know if I could include my navy in this. I don't think I can. I don't think it would achieve anything. But that's okay. So always looking for somewhere where we can charge across, surround something, grab the experience. We're not winning very well there. Is that because we're not involved? Yeah, I thought so. So there's a mountain brigade going in. We're in reserve. We maybe can't fit in because the frontage... Oh no, we should be able to. We should be able to get those in. It might be going on... Oh, we're paused, that's why. There we go. Once they get in, it's fine. And this little symbol means that these divisions can't penetrate all the armour, which is quite nice. Where can we go through here? That's a fairly hefty attack. I don't really want to go... Oh, it's going in. It's going in. We'll go straight through. I am surprised Spain hasn't capitulated by this point because it's lost everything. And we are in 1937, so there's plenty of time to kick things off yet. Once we bag Austria, things will be sitting a lot more comfortably. Nice. We've got these guys across. Let's make sure we are attacking from behind here. Are we getting everything? Yeah, we're getting everything in there. That's very, very nice. Let's go for let's not go for Barcelona. I want to try and just draw this out a little bit to try and get as much combat experience as possible. If I take Barcelona, they will capitulate and that'll be the end of it. So we've got an opportunity just to inflict a bit more damage. Think of it as, you know, practice. It's a live firing exercise. And it's working a treat. So I think we can also edge the speed up as well. What we can do is we'll just go rushing to the border. We'll make sure we're in on that fight. Everything's collapsing beautifully now. I think it's about to go. I'm amazed it hasn't fallen at this point. Those Spaniards are fighting to the death. We will leave Barcelona. We'll come and get it in a moment, but I'm just getting all this. Hoovering up everything that I can. Our light tanks running around in a not very good supply area. Rommel looks like he might have some points we can spend there. Actually, he's gone. Okay, don't worry, he hasn't gone. They're just being sent home because it's all over. So we got some equipment, which wasn't really the goal of it. It was just to get the experience, which has been superb. So lovely, lovely stuff. Is there anything we can do in there? There isn't. So at this point, or events or decisions, is there something I've missed that has popped up? It must be this. Yeah, I don't want to touch those. They're fine. So we have some more divisions, and we're now just waiting for Austria to come into the fold, as we know they wish to. Like they've got any choice. Just make sure we are recording. Yeah, good. It'd be uncomfortable for me to play all this and then find out I'd forgotten to turn the recording software on. And don't laugh. It has happened. It absolutely has happened. So over on this front, these guys are fine. Let's make sure we're not on pause. I can probably put this onto ×5 speed, I think, because there's not a lot else happening. We're in 37, so what else can we get? We can get construction, which is excellent. We'll get that. There's a whole lot of stuff to build. And we're about to get the medium tanks. Excellent. It's exactly what we want. Do we have a bonus on the Panzer IV? It's a long way ahead of time. As you can see, if you mouse over it, because we are 3.5 years ahead of time, that's going to take 570 days to discover, which is it's a long time. We could do it. I don't think it's worthwhile. Whereas if you go for something that isn't ahead of time, well, that is, but not by much. That's only 200 days. So you can see we can rush for it. I don't know if it's worth it. It might be. We'd have very good tanks early on, so that would be useful. We might get logistics companies because we want to put those in, and we've also got some cheaper trains, right? Maybe for later. What else? So where are we at with artillery? We're okay. I guess I could do the anti-tank guns, and then the naval side. We want to focus on destroyers and submarines, so we're okay for those for the time being as well. That's all right. We're not too badly off. I do want heavy fighters. Heavy fighters do have their use, so we will want to go for those. Oh, okay. I see. Yes, I see where we need to be. Let's pick up radar, radio detection. We'll get that. It's more efficient to research things that are of the right time period rather than go too far ahead. But it is quite possible to go charging forwards if you wish to, and discover things ahead of time. Right, so we've got two absolute kick-ass elite Panzer divisions here, light Panzer divisions, so very, very nice. And what we're going to do is we're going to put Rommel into that. Where's he gone? He should be, he's returned. He's greyed out because you have a slight penalty if you reassign generals. There we go. No question about it. Panzer, well, the Panzer Division expert gives him 10%. That one gives motorised and mechanised, but it's defence, and it is good. And it'll give better things. I think technically The rest is the same. I think technically that's the better one to use. Do you know what? I'm going to give that one. It'll give it more defense. Unless I don't think anyone leads on to anything. Let me know in the comments if I'm wrong about that. But the defense boost from motorized and mechanized, because you'll see in here that... Oh, sorry, that is a motorized division. This one. Whoop, we're going flying away. You'll see in here that you do have to have motorized and mechanized in there. Otherwise, the organization is just generally too low. Right then, we've got the Anschluss. Did it go off? Did we get it? Hang on, let me just see. Japan declared war on China. I think... Let me just read this again. I think what it means... Right, forbidden by the Treaty of Versailles, the time has finally come to bring it about. Let's offer the Austrians a chance at sharing our glorious destiny. Excellent. So, they get the event. And if they decide to go for it, then brilliant. They're coming over into the fold. So that one, that gives us some claims. Germany demands Memel. Okay. World tension is increased. I don't need to rush for that one. What else could we do? The German-Swedish trade. Don't need to rush for that one either. This one gives us 6 civilian factories, which is very nice. I'm going to go for this. For the synthetic resources one. I feel like we're going to need that. I need to get the economy up and running a little bit. Right then, Austria. Repeated uprisings in Austria clearly show that the people there long to be united with our Reich. It's now time to take action and allow the will of the people to be made manifest. Bang! Got him. Excellent. That's going to open up the way to some other things as well. So, superb. Superb. Right. You guys now need a new front line. There we go. I wonder where we could be going next. Let's see. What can we spend? We can put military. We can go for extra conscription. Limited exports is fine. Partial mobilization. I can go for war economy, which is excellent. That will cancel if my war support drops. I don't think it will at this point. I'm not 100% sure. So, what else would we like in this? Is there anything in this we would like? The Prince of Terror. That's a good one to put in. That's definitely a good one to put in. We could just get the construction speed of dockyards and military factories. That's not a bad idea to start with. There's nothing else. And we can change this later. I'm going to put the War Industrialist in for now. And we'll get some benefits out of that. What are we actually building at the moment? Infrastructure, which is fine. I would like some more military factories. The infrastructure is going to come up, don't worry. It is. We're gonna get there with that. Put those in. In fact, let's do that. But we'll just sort of mix this up a little bit and get some of both things going. Nice. Very nice. Oh, we've got some spare military factories. Because Austria came in. Excellent. So the question of Yugoslavia. Following the return of Austria to the Reich, we now share a border with Yugoslavia. The government of Prince Paul has been fairly quiet about their stance on our proposed reordering of Europe. Perhaps we should remind them that the time will come when they must make a choice. Put the squeeze on them. Their opinion is irrelevant. Put the squeeze on them. Stop. Pause. If we've got that going on, then what we should do is take... Where are these guys at? Oh, I've put the wrong ones on there. Okay, that's fine. Come off there. What I will do is put you guys on there. And we will put all of... Oh, I've got the Austrian army in here. Excellent. Let me instantly convert that to just infantry divisions. We're a bit short of some materials. That's fine. And put them in there. Brilliant. That is superb. We're going to train that up, get some experience. We'll be a few short of materials, but that's like... that's nice. That's very, very nice. So I should have... I know what my problem is. I've got 2 armies of the same colour. Let's change that to a nice green. And we'll put that one on there. So, how's Rommel's army looking? I don't know what to do with the cavalry. What we need to do actually is assign the light tanks. There is a use for light tanks. I'm going to drop the factories down to 1. Am I? No, this is looking better, right? Give me some out of there. We have enough infantry equipment for the moment. I would like to go to the medium tank one. So basically the Panzer III, which will be very, very nice. And the light tanks can go all the way down to the bottom. They are low priority now. We're making 5 a week. I'll leave it at that because we're going to get more military factories. But these guys, we're short of tungsten. Okay. How's that working? Are we literally 5 short of tungsten? 10 short. And rubber. So that's going to help with the rubber processing for a start. That always helps with getting more supplies out. But how far back are we here? We're in July of 37. I would like the logistics company, please. That's going to go to the armoured divisions because that reduces the supplies that they use. Armoured and motorised and mechanised. Fuel-thirsty units, things like that. Yeah, they're kind of hungry, so we like to reduce the cost as much as we can.
Achtung!
Nearly got 2 full armies now, which is excellent. And we've still got this. We've also got dispersed industry. We could go for those. Do I want Marines? I will want Marines for the invasion of Britain. Do I want... I'm tempted to set this off just because of the time it is. I mean, it's 500 days from now. So let's say that's about a year and a half-ish. So we're talking about 1939. Early 1940, we will end up with the 1941 tanks. It'll give us a bonus in early stages of fighting, I suppose. It's a good idea to get it going. I think I'm going to go with it. It's a massive penalty, but I think we can rush it and we will get good stuff as a result. So that's absolutely fine. No template for medium tanks. There will be. There will be soon. That's okay. What are we short of? It's going to be aircraft. It is going to be aircraft. I could stock up on medium tanks. We could churn some of those bad boys out. We're going to need artillery. I'll put that in there as well, though. And let's get the aircraft up. And I'm going to put an order in for supply transport planes. I do call them supply planes. They are transport planes. That's going to be useful. Convoys are going up. Submarines are going up. We're going to have to get dockyards on the go as well at some point. So, lots to do. Awful lots to do. So once we've got some forces on each border, which we will need, we're going to have to improve our sort of mechanised units here. What have you got? I've got a force there with just 2 divisions in. That's the Poland force. We do need a force on the Polish border. Do I have any decisions? Nothing's popped up. Radio propaganda. Gain base war support. It's not bad, but war support is looking pretty good at the moment, so I don't think I need to worry about that. Alright, we can make do with that one. And we have... Excellent. Fill that guy up, and then do you as well. So, you, I think, are just going to go onto the French border here. You can get training. Does anyone else need training? Just those guys. Okay, that's looking good. And then we're slowly filling some... We're going to assume Italy doesn't go to war with us. Or Switzerland. We're playing historical, so I don't think Hungary will. So it's just Poland, really. Denmark should be fine. Coal liquidization. We can start working properly and researching better synthetic oils and stuff now, which will be a bonus. So this one will give us... This will give us land forts on the French border, which will mean that it's opposite their Maginot line, which is quite good. Because if we're messing about in Poland at the time, we do want some defences over there. That grants infrastructure construction speed. I should maybe have had that. Hang on. Let's leave this off because we can get more profitable things done here. Let us get... We'll put 3 in there. I mean, we want stuff everywhere, really, don't we? This is surrounding this area. I mean, we're gonna let's get military factories out. We are arming for war. We could also... Let's just make sure that goes to the top. It won't take long to build all those. I'm fairly confident. We could also get some more civilian factories on the go, but we're going to get some from those from our focus tree. Anyway, so life is looking pretty good at the moment. So once we've got this stuff built, I'm waiting to get some experience here. In fact, I think we can probably go in and do this. We can go and do this right now. So I'm going to have a look at the Panzer Division. Yeah, it's pretty good. I think I'm going to duplicate this. Right, copy of Panzer Division. It's going to be our medium tanks, but I always put the year of design of this as well. 1937 medium tanks. The reason being is that when you're selecting various templates, you don't want to inadvertently choose an older one rather than a newer one. So you want to look for your most recent template. And you don't always just want to modify a single template, because that, as I explained before, that can change the composition of every force that's in play. So we'll talk more about that later. But for now, we're going to change these over to mediums. So yes, it does cost a bit to replace, but there's not everything we need to replace. Like these, for example, will stay because we don't have mechanized stuff yet. We will. I'm going to pop these onto Elite, and I'm going to change that to Armoured Recon Company like that. We've got engineers, we've got artillery support, which is excellent. I could put support anti-air in, but we don't need to do that yet, so there's no need to rush for that, so that's fine. We're going to start off with 20 width, and then we'll modify it up from there. We should have enough to do this. You'll see how the organisation drops, because we need... Tanks don't have great organisation. We need infantry to boost that up. So what we do is we add motorised infantry in there, and this wants to be at least 30. And I think at this point we're probably running out of experience. It's getting quite low. You can top it up with cavalry as well. Actually, what's that? We've got 6. Oh, my combat width has gone above what I expected. We can take... But look, we've got nice damaging stats. I don't need 8 of these, actually. You can have nice, big, wide, sweeping things. As long as that organisation is 30 or over, that's fine. I'm going to take one of those out. Combat width of 24. I think that'll work fine, actually. Organisation could be better, but I'm happy to go with that for now. Save. So that's an expensive one, but I do think they'll be pretty good. And later on, we shall replace the motorised stuff in there with mechanised stuff once we get that going, which are like half-tracks and semi-armoured vehicles. So we're going to have 6 divisions of tanks, proper tanks. That'll take my guys some time to build. Some serious time to build. Beautiful. We've got more military factories free. If I look at this now, it tells me we need 2,000 medium tanks, 48 light tanks, 478 support equipment. But that's okay. That's okay. So I can put more effort into building tanks, or I can just let that tick away and see where it gets to. Artillery. We've got a lot of artillery being built. I'm going to cut back on that because it's heavy on the tungsten. Put some more in there. And I think... Let's go aircraft. I want like a big air force. I've only got one on transport planes. I think that's okay. That leaves us short of a lot of rubber and a lot of tungsten. So for now, we're going to trade. Actually, let me have a look at this. Do we have any tungsten? We are producing a little bit, but we've already maxed out the infrastructure, so I can't get any more from that. We're going to have to trade for some for now. I think it's time to get the trade agreement with Switzerland, right? Do they have... Yeah, they have some. Okay. So let's take... Now, each civilian factory you give up will get you 8. We don't want to trade with someone who we think is going to be an enemy. Let's start trading with Sweden. So I'm only short of 14. So it's not the best deal to give up 2. So if I do 1, I'm still short of 6 tungsten. But that means that the production is delayed, not stopped altogether. It's just slowed down. I kind of want my factories, so we're just going to trade a little bit for now. And rubber, where can we get that from? Is there anyone here likely to want to talk to us? There's not a lot. There's not a lot to be gained, actually. Don't really want to trade with our enemies. I might just have to eat that. I mean, I could trade with the Dutch East Indies. I will go for 1. They'll speed up production of some things. Right, what else can we get? We've got industrial concern. We can have industrial research speed and synthetic research speed. A general industrial research speed. Well, oh, I see. General industrial. That's quite nice. And that's electronics. I'll go for a general industrial, I think. Or should I? Should I go for a ship designer? The raiding fleet designer. What will that give us? That will give us, for the submarines, it increases or decreases sub-visibility. That's very nice. Do you know what? Let's put that in, because we need to start building up that side of it as well. We'll try and get... there's so much to do as Germany, but we need to do the whole lot. So fuel is not looking too bad. Still got more troops coming on board here. We'll have to put some into recruitment, I think. Logistics company, excellent. Yes, we want to put that into our armoured divisions. In fact, let's edit that. And that's going to go straight in, right like that, saved. And we'll put a few more of these guys in, I think. Yeah, lots of infantry. We need lots of infantry. Cool, what should we research next? We're in November 37, so we could go for... We've got some nice bonuses for these now. Alright, we're going to go for this. I'm going to go for the rubber processing. That is the one that we're hurting for the most. And we kind of want to go for more of these.